Hello guys, Zennosh here, and today I'm bringing this video to you guys on about doing the Heid's Void 10 floor. So it's a like a sort of guide. Anyways, let's try to do it first, and then I will actually explain you everything else like while doing the video, and also at the same time I will show you the stats of my servants later on as well, the gears and everything, right? So before starting this video, I would really love to recommend you guys to subscribe to my channel, and please leave your views and opinions in the comment section below after this video, and please do consider donating to this channel to help this channel grow. Anyways, now let's get this started. So first I'm gonna do the auto mode, okay, and then the next one I will be going to do the manual mode, and then after that I will be discussing like the gears and every other things. Okay, so first right now let's do the auto mode. So it's totally on the auto mode, and then with the what's special with the the Heid's dungeon. Okay, what's so special with the Heid? And the main difference between the Heid and the Omen is that like Heid's, it's like it really takes a lot of time in order to get the Heid down, okay, because of his limitation on the damage at his 75% of his health, okay, and 35% of his health. During that time he goes into this barrier type of mode, okay, and there is a duration right below the blue bar, right, which is keep on depleting constantly. That is like a ticking time, okay, so we need to get his barrier down before that time, or else he is gonna implode. Okay, it's gonna deal a massive amount of damage, which you really don't want. It's similarly like the Omens in a faltering wrath, okay, I mean like faltering calamity, just like that. But if you really break it down, then he is not gonna do anything, okay, and then you can keep on doing the damage again. And the next thing is that like at 35% of his health he is gonna do that again, okay, again. So this is the reason why it's really, I'm like, it's easy to beat down the Omen, I mean like Heid's Void, okay, but the problem is that like it's gonna take a while, okay, it's gonna take a while, because like he kind of limits his damage at that moment. And now we broke his his barrier, and now we can actually beat him down, okay, right over there. So yes, Pigale is there, and then the next one will be our, who shall it be? Okay, he kind of died. Okay, that's one thing. And then the best thing about this this Heid's Void is that like the gears that it drops really sell for a very lot, I mean like a lot of gold, guys. I mean like you can get a lot of gold by farming here. It's so good. 18,864 gold. Damn, that's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, I'm like, let's sell it, and let's try to retry it, and let's try to do it in a manual mode. Okay, so one thing I really want to say to you guys, that like it's really not a good idea to do this Omen Void with a defense ignoring servant. Okay, it's really not a good idea. You know why? Because like when he is in the barrier state, or he's like he has the barrier activated, he won't take any damage except for a critical damage. Okay, so if there is no critical damage, he will ignore it. He's gonna make it like a zero damage. Okay, so you will need to make sure that you have another servant with a combo skill or a very good second or first skill that can actually deal the I mean like critical damage. Okay, because like defense ignoring damage cannot crit. Okay, they just cannot do critical damage. They are pure damage. Okay, so if you are really focused on like Jita, Charlotte, then they are not really that good picks. But if they already have a very good amount of damage, I mean like they can do it. Okay, just look at that, it will be considered zero. Okay, just look at that, zero, right? So that's pretty bad, right? So you really don't want to do that. Okay, so like right over there, Forest a HOL, she actually can deal the critical damage like that, see, and the barrier is down. Okay, so try to make sure that you are actually having a good servant that can deal sort of like a constant critical damage, okay, or else you are gonna suffer a lot. Okay, but still I'm using for Charlotte because like yes, besides that the barrier, she can actually deal a lot of damage, right? Very good damage. 5-star gear, and it is giving me 10,878 gold. Damn, that's a lot, guys, that's a lot. That's so good, that's so good. Okay, and let's try to see like what his skill says. Okay, so the first skill, I mean like the recovery, because like first, second and third, like it's very self explanatory, but it's really up to the recovery what really makes him very unique. Okay, attempts to recover when HP resets at 75% and 35%. Yes, and at the 75% and 35%, he also limits his damage. Okay, he won't allow any more damage to happen after 75% and after 35% damage until the time you actually get his shield down. Okay, and during his shielding period, what happens that you will only take critical damage. Okay, so right now for here I have for Charlotte, right? So her main combo skill actually ignores the defense of the enemy, right? So this can only do the pure damage, but it never can crit, so it never can do the critical damage. So if you spam this one, even though it has a really high damage output, it will deal no damage at all while he is in that state. So that's pretty bad. Okay, so that's why I actually got my forest a HOL in order to do that for me. Okay, to do the bidding for me, as he can actually deal a lot of critical damage. Okay, so next thing we can see is that like as its successful recovery will help you deal a great amount of damage and gain immunity against the damage over time and ignore defense. Okay, so if he is like if he has a successful recovery, meaning like within that ticking time, the blue bar that was actually going down, if you don't get his barrier down, then he is gonna be having a blast. Okay, what's happening is that like will help you deal a great amount of damage and gain immunity. That is like you won't like it. Okay, you won't like that, so you really need to bring his barrier down before he can actually recover. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And he's also gonna ignore death, so he's gonna deal a massive amount of damage. Okay, and the next one is his Will of Antheus. If the damage you take is of an element advantage, so meaning like you really need to make sure that you are of elemental advantage, meaning like right now the heat right over here, he is of water element, right? So it's better to fight against with him with a forest element, and we will have an upper hand. But if you actually use the weaker element, you will end up actually healing him rather than dealing him damage. So there is a penalty and there is a bonus. Okay, so what is the bonus? You will receive damage over time, meaning not us, that guy. Okay, I mean like that heat. Okay, he will receive the damage over time, meaning a dot he will be implemented on him. If the damage you take is of weaker element, meaning that of a fire element, like let's the fire speaker right now over here, he is gonna heal him. Okay, you will be healed instead. Okay, so don't try to bring a fire DPS 7 to beat down the water heat. It's gonna be a disaster. You are never gonna beat him. If it is of an equal element, meaning like your servant is also of the water element, like water valkyries are right over here, you are, and like there's nothing's gonna happen. You will not receive damage over time. Nothing is really gonna happen. Okay, so you will need to keep that in mind. Okay, so it's not really advisable to bring the servants that ignores the defense of the enemy, because like it cannot crit. Okay, and that's a big problem, but I'm still taking it because the first and the second skill of my forest Charlotte is really powerful, that can actually bring the shield down. Okay, so I'm pretty proud of that one. And this is also a like how to say this, motivation for the players to play with the 4-star net servants like forest Charlotte and the water Charlotte. They are pretty good, and if you can farm from the tiles, you can actually go for the light and dark, especially the dark Charlotte. Okay, the shards of the dark Charlotte, and try to summon her and try to transcend her right away, and she is gonna be really good everywhere. Okay, so pretty good. You can actually spam her everywhere. Okay, and yeah, so now let's move on to the like the gears. Okay, so these are the gears that I have been giving to my forest Charlotte. Right now it's about like beast plus, like supposed to be beast plus eruption gear, but right now I am not able to complete it because I still need a very good gear support. But anyways, right now it's the speed focus team. Okay, so you can see my weapon is right over there. I have focused on the speed in the weapon, and in the shirt I have focused more on the attack. I would really love it if it's actually focused on speed. Okay, I mean like that's a very low stat. And when it comes to the pants, there's speed and the attack percentage boost. That is good. When it comes to the necklace, it's really the speed stat that is the primary stat, and the attack percentage stat is right over there. I'm so lucky to get it. And the next one is the gloves. Okay, attack percentage boost as the primary stat, and in the additional stat there is a speed +9. Very good, very good. And in the helmet, it's the attack percentage boost as the primary stat. As the substat, there is speed +6. Wow, that is good. Okay, and the additional stats, like pretty much doesn't make that much of sense, but anyways, defense +14%, pretty good, right? And the next one is the shoes, attack percentage boost as the primary stat, and speed +13. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Speed +13, I was really lucky to get it. And 6-star gear, that is so good. Okay, and when it comes to the ring, I've given him again the attack percentage boost as the primary stat. I really don't have any substat, but when it comes to the additional stats, I would have really loved it if there was a speed substat. Okay, defense good, accuracy okay, critical rate good. Okay, and that's good, that's good. Okay, so this is for my forest Charlotte, and this would be for my forest Heir. So this is for the weapon, this is for the shirt, this is for the pants, and for the gloves. Okay, helmet, shoes. If you wanna watch it in more, more detailed version, you can actually pause the video and then watch it again. And you can, for my water Valkyria, you can see that it's right over here. Okay, and the shirt is like that, and the pants, the gloves, the helmet, and the shoes. So that's how you build her. Okay, and you also can actually see that like I have not really properly skilled up or skilled maxed my forest Heir. I'm still in the process of that one. And for the Valkyria, not at all, and she is really a good tank even though she is not skilled up at all. And the next one, finally, my favorite, my best, Fire Spiegel, right? He's really good. I've given him the chain effect so that you can see that like activate secondary mark is about like 50 plus 48%. That is a 98% boost, even though the maximum limit is about 85%, I guess. Okay, so there's an excess, but anyways, it's good, right? This is my weapon, this is my shirt, and the pants for Fire Spiegel, gloves, helmet, and finally the shoes. If you want to see it in detail, again, I would really love to recommend you guys to pause the video and you can actually see that one. Okay, anyways, this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel, and please leave your views and opinions in the comment section below now. Okay, and please do consider donating to this channel to help this channel grow, and see you guys in the next video.